You're looking to save for retirement, but the challenge you're facing right now is you don't have 401k option. Maybe you're self-employed, or your company just doesn't offer it. So there's no 401k. You don't have an IRA yet, so you want to know, how can I save for retirement? I'm Eddie Gartner with Epic Financial Strategies, and that's exactly what we're going to get into today. So one of the benefits of being self-employed is you get to choose all the hours that you work, right? But one of the downfalls is nobody's funding your retirement but you. So how do you do it? Do you want to start a 401k? Maybe you're not self-employed, but your employer isn't that generous, right? Maybe they don't have the ability to offer you a 401k right now. So what do? Do you start an IRA? That's a way to save for retirement. But you know, there are other options out there, right? And so some of the things that you want to begin to think about when you're thinking about planning for retirement, and retirement could be 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years from now, right? Depending on how old you are when you're watching this. And if you got a 40-year runway, that's pretty cool. If you got a 10-year runway, well, man, you got to get to work, right? So let's think about what's important. Do we want to pay the taxes today and not have to worry about the taxes in the future? Or do we want to save tax deferred and put that off to a future date and an unknown tax rate? For a lot of the people that we work with, they want to get rid of the taxes today, right? They like to plan in a known environment, knowing that, hey, today tax rates, as much as we hate paying taxes, they're still very, very low. And if I can get rid of those today and not have to worry about paying them in the future, well, that's what I would like to do. If you're one of these people that wants to get rid of taxes today and not have to worry about paying them in the future, the first option you would have, and most commonly you would know of, is a Roth IRA, right? So instead of a traditional IRA where I defer tax into the future, I use a Roth IRA. All the contributions I'm making are post-tax, and once that's done, I don't ever have to worry about paying tax again. All of that growth becomes income tax-free. So it's a great tool, but there's some challenges around it, right? The amount of money that you're earning or the income that you receive, the more you make, the less you're actually able to contribute. And at a certain level, you're not going to be able to contribute anymore. So what do you do in that case? Or what if you have a short runway and you want to sock away a lot of money? Well, that Roth IRA right now, there's contribution limits, right? And it could be around $6,000 today. So is that really enough over the next 10 years to get you to where you need to be? If the answer to those questions are no, that's not enough, or hey, I want to sock away a lot more because I have the ability to now, well, another vehicle that you can look at is life insurance. And you might be thinking, well, wait, I thought life insurance is just for death benefit. Or maybe you've been watching our channel for a little while and you understand there's a lot of different life insurances out there and a lot of different ways that you can use this as a vehicle for retirement income. One of the things that you can do is with life insurance, there's no contribution limit that's set, not by the government. The insurance companies will limit to you on how much of a percentage of your income you can put in, but for all intents and purposes, there's no income limit or no contribution limitation when it comes to the government. So if you want to put in more than $6,000 a year, you can do that. You can also utilize different types of policies to fund these. One of the tools that you can use is an index universal life insurance policy. And what's pretty cool about those is it gives you the benefit of being able to capture some of the market, right? And the upside of the market, whether it's through a cap rate, right? So the insurance company says, hey, you're investing your money and we're going to give you X amount based on the performance of the index. Well, that's really a cool way to do things because the real benefit there is you're capped on the downside, right? There's a floor that's put in that says, hey, if the market does terrible, I'm not going to lose any money. I'm going to have a 0% interest credited in that year. So it's a really nice option for some clients, and you can really super fund these things to then later in life pull out money income tax free. Another option that you could use is a whole life insurance policy. So with whole life insurance, you have this guaranteed rate of return, right? That's based on the state law and the contract with the insurance company, but they're also paying a dividend. At least these mutual companies are paying a dividend on top of that. So these have real nice steady returns, and they're generally seen as a safer alternative where you're at least having guaranteed interest credited every single year, and you get that compounding growth effect. Again, both of these ideas using the life insurance, when we take money out of them, if you're doing it properly and you're working with the right groups, you're going to access this money in an income tax-free manner. So you're going to do that by taking your basis out first, and after your basis is out, you're going to be able to take policy loans, and you can run those for 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, however long you need, and you can calculate exactly what your income is going to look like when you get to this future date. So I haven't gone too deep into 401k, and that's something we can address in this video, but what are you more inclined to do, right? If you're self-employed, or if you don't really have these different options available to you at your work, are you more likely to do a traditional IRA, a Roth IRA, or are you open to exploring life insurance? And based on that, go ahead in the comments below, just type which one do you like better right now based on what you're hearing. So from that, what I would say is, 401k, why do people love 401k? It's easy, right? An employer offers you a 401k, they take a portion of your salary and it goes right in every single week or every month, however you're paid, without you even having to think about it. So these plans are set on autopilot. Well, you could do the same thing with an IRA or life insurance. It's just done a little differently in the way that you set it up. So what you would do is set up a monthly draft from your checking or your savings account that would then fund either your life insurance or your IRA, whether it be Roth or traditional. So you could still have that set it and forget it model. There's another extra step to it and some things you have to think about. And from an accounting standpoint, you'll really need to keep track of, is this an IRA traditional or a Roth IRA, so that you're taking care of taxes properly at the end of each year. So I know we went over a bunch of different topics here, and this was really a lot more high level. There are more videos on our channel if you're looking for more education where we dig deeper into each topic, whether it be life insurance or retirement plans and that sort of stuff. So we encourage you to get educated. Subscribe to our channel if this content resonates with you. And if you like the video, go ahead and click the like button.